Damage was done today, unfortunately. My family and I went to the History West book sale this morning, and then afterwards we went into Fremantle to Elizabeth's, which I have been boycotting for like a couple of years now. But then, you know what? I failed, okay, because it was a book buying day and I couldn't help myself. I'm not going to show you everything, but I will show you some of the highlights. First, we've got Poetry Festival. I got this one because it's some familiar poets, and the cover is beautiful. Look at the side, it's green. I love these vintage editions. This also is by Laurel Leaf Library. That's the imprint, and they specifically collect outstanding works of fiction and non-fiction, particularly suitable for young adult readers, both in and out of the classroom. So you know it's going to be pretty chill selection. And what I like about it is the themes that it's been divided into. Heroes and villains, Yankee Doodle. You can tell this is made for younger audience. Field and Forest, Demons and Terror, East and West, Blunderbuss and Canon, and each like chapter, I guess you could call it, each part starts off with an introduction and then it goes into the poetry, which I appreciate. You know what's amazing is that I have so many poetry collections, and yet rarely has there been any like overlap in poems, except for like some of the really famous ones. Like this one has the raven, and I'm pretty sure like a gajillion other collections that I have the raven in it. Alan Marshall Battlers. This is a collection of short stories that surround the theme of the Australian battler, what it means, who they are, and it's quite humorous. I've read a couple, and some of them are quite short. Some of them are like a page and a half, 2 pages. Battler is a very West Australian cowboy attitude. It's like our version of the cowboy, you know. It's that rough and tough frontier, blue collar, like sort of yeah, I don't know why I'm so nervous talking about books. It's because I have to be in my bedroom and kind of quiet because I'm shy. Anyway, The Truth of the Matter by Gough Whitlam. I really like this particular jacket, so I got it, and it'll be cute. I'm quite curious to hear about his Gough Whitlam's dismissal in his own words. Jean Genet's Death Watch. I'm going to read this today, actually. I haven't read a play in a long time, and so I'm very keen to read this. I love plays. And I really like the quality of these pages as well. I don't know if you can see, but the texture... No. The texture is like one of those ones where it's like latticed. The paper, you can see. It's beautiful, and it's going to last forever. I also got Olivia Lang's Trip to Echo Spring. Olivia Lang is a fantastic writer, and this talks about alcoholism and drinking for writers, as well as her own family. There's alcoholism in her own family, so this is going to be a beautiful one. I don't love this particular jacket, but it's a hardcover, and it's Olivia Lang. I'm gonna get it. And it was $10, so what can you do? I also got Ryan McGinley, a little like catalog of his work, which is insane that I got it for $2. I mean, of course it's just a catalog, but Ryan McGinley's collections are pretty hard to come by here in Perth, so I'm pretty excited to see that there is a catalog and there's like a little bit about him and some of his works inside as well. Oh. Suicide and Settlers. This is specifically about the suicide rates, stories of the suicides which happened in the 19th century. Yeah, 315 suicides recorded here. It's written by Claire McIntyre, and she is a registered nurse and nursing administrator, who upon retirement was able to pursue her love of history. So I'm very excited to read about this. I have been very fascinated by suicides since I was a teenager. yeah, like having attempted myself, it's sort of interesting to read about it. It's an important part of social history, so do that. And then I've also got, oh my god, actually this is the thing that this is what I was most excited for, Agents of the Empire. I have been looking for this book everywhere, and I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I keep looking at it in like secondhand markets, and I keep wanting to like get it online, but I'm not really a big online shopper, so I keep not pulling the trigger. And then it just appeared in front of me at this book sale, $10. And it's because, so I love Joanna Sassoon. I've been to a talk of hers. She's done work for our museum. I love her. Actually, really embarrassing, I cried a little bit while hearing her talk. I don't know why, like it was just like really affected me. But yeah, this one is Agents of the Empire, how E.L. Mitchell's photographs shaped Australia. He was an early colonial photographer. Yeah, wow. Super excited about this one. Look into Joanna Sassoon, look into E.L. Mitchell. Great local history. Not just local, national history, okay? Australian Historical Studies, it is a collection of essays as well. I got it because Joanna Sassoon's paper is in this, The Politics of Pictures, a cultural history of West Australian government print photograph collection. Wow. Fascinating. So excited. Another one that I'm quite interested in reading is by Janet Doust, Setting Up Boundaries in Colonial Eastern Australia, Race and Empire. The Fabrication of Benign Colonization by Patricia Grimshaw. This entire like list of essays. Oh, this one is sort of out of the blue for me. I really enjoy the writings of oh my god, de Saint-Exupéry. What's his first name? Oh my god, anyway, The Little Prince character. So sometimes I like to read about aviation or anything to do with flying. And this one is the history of the Royal Flying Doctors Without Borders? Yeah, Royal Flying Doctor Service. The gripping story of Australia's greatest pioneer, John Flynn, who founded the Royal Flying Doctor Service. And I was just like reading parts of it, and it really nice and easy to read, so I thought, let me get it. Let me see what these Royal Flying Doctors are about. And then I also got Western Australia. This one's a little okay. An Atlas of Human Endeavour, Western Australia, 1829 to 79. I just liked it just goes through like how the resources change, how like the land shaped over time, how we've come to develop and like city plan, the different resources, where they come from, what we use them for, how farming and stuff has spread over WA. This one's a little nerdy, but it's cool, okay? It's really cool. Yeah, like the different sort of farming, how it spreads, the different gold fields, the Pilbara, infrastructure of transport, country town services from settlement. So 1829 was when Perth was first settled. Yeah, crazy. Tons of colonial history. It's I you know, like at this book sale, it was like a lot more of the colonial history stuff, which is fine, no stress. But it is like a bit dull sometimes, the colonial history. This one's cool though. Reflections, profiles of 150 women who shaped Western Australia. Of course, I'm pretty sure these are all just white colonial women, like colonial white women, which is also another annoying thing, but you know what? It's fine. I couldn't find a book that highlighted highlighted Indigenous women. Record keeping was very quite scant back then, so you know, the book is beautiful nonetheless. Like, it's got a little portrait and a little biography of what they do, and it's Western Australian centric, so I'm pretty excited to read about that. Yeah, and that's my book haul from today. Bye.